my life, no drama, no drama, no drama.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Check It TV, where sharing is caring. Again, excuse my my look right now. We are quarantined, nobody I dress up. Alright, so today I'm here with a client and I've been getting several requests to show you guys how I do my stitch braids. Now I am not a pro, as in I'm not where I want to be as yet, but I'm just gonna share a few tips as to what I do to accomplish it so far, and maybe after this one you guys will get to like neaten it up and do your little twist to it and get it perfected. But for right now I'm just going to show you guys like what I do and tips that I've learned by myself to get it the way that it's here. All right, so let's get straight into the video. So I have already sectioned out her hair and everything, so I'm just going to show you guys how I do like this one. So first off, you have to make sure that the client's hair is cleared out, because you don't want when you're braiding that your fingers get stuck in the process and then you have to stop and clear out and everything. So make sure your client's hair is soft and cleared out. Each section is cleared out before you braid. Right, so I'll clear it out, and then I take my jam. Right now I am using the Aqua red one, full on force wax. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a bit and I'm gonna put on each side. Now yes, when doing the stitch braids you use a bit of product, because especially the person's hair is natural, to get this slick effect. So I put it on each side and I make sure that I smooth it in. Now when doing this you don't want to comb it, because if you comb through, like you see, it's gonna have waves. But if for some reason you do that, what you're gonna do is take the back of the comb and you press it in, so that way it smooths it down. You can see, puts where your hair relax, right? So you do that to both sides. That's what I do. And this is for big sections as well. You want to do it for both sides. And then after I do this, because her section is big, I go in the center and give her a center part right here, and I just add a bit of jam right there and like separate both ends, so that way when my finger is sectioning it will be easier to section them off. However, if I was doing a small section, then I'll just only put to both sides. So now that I'm done with that, and make sure see like how I just put the comb there, you see it start to wave. Just take the back of the comb and press it out, and then make sure that all these are up. And I take a rat tail comb and I section it with the one that's there already. So I do this, right? And then I make sure that I can see the section of the middle part that I've given it to go right when I'm stitch braiding. Now the key to this stitch braid process, guys, excuse the dogs, is to not add a lot of braids to it. So when starting, I kind of start with small sections. So I'll start with like this size, or sometimes even smaller, depending on the thickness of the person's hair. So we're going with like this size for now. And you don't want to add too much, because if you add big sections like this, and so it's gonna look fat and then it's going to cover up. So like you see like how this is slender, if I had added bigger pieces, it would have been all out here and you would have had these stitches. So you want to add a little bit of braiding hair, sorry. Alright, so I'm gonna have my clients help me to pass them up, and we're gonna continue from here. What I do, I don't normally add braiding hair right away. So I give it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I take my nail. I use my nails. Some people could use your comb. If you don't have nails, that's okay. And I just pat across like that. Now if it is like a nail is not sharp enough, so see like how this didn't pat clean, then I'll go in with my comb and just give it a nudge like right there, so it's cleaner. And then flip, do the same thing to the other side. So see like this nail right here doesn't have any nail, but it does its job sometimes. And then voila, I do it again before adding the braiding hair. So I try and measure up. My fingernail is failing me for some reason, so I'm gonna have to go in with the comb and pat hair. And then now I go in with the braiding hair. So now that I'm feeling it, I feel like it's a little bit too big, so I'll take off a little piece. Sorry for the noise, guys. I'm outside and this video is like legit just last minute. So I do that. And again I go in with my nail, pat, then I add a little piece of hair. And just on both sides. So now the thing with natural hair is when it gets like, especially when the person's hair is thick, this is gonna be a problem. Like all her hair here is gonna start being a problem. So like after like my fourth crossover, I start clearing out hair. So you will see me add a bit of jam like right there, and then I use my comb and I blend it in. So you see, no more fuzz. And then I pat. And another tip, when you're patting, you want to pat behind and not too close with this finger. So try and pat behind you where your thumb is, so that a section will be cleaner. And that's how I do it. I hope my battery doesn't die. It's not charged. So you see I have hair here. So I'll take a bit of jam, put it on top of hair, use the comb, blend that in. I always have to make sure that you smooth down the hair. It's gonna be a problem. trying that, I'm gonna show you guys a couple more. So you see, it's tight, you're not seeing any of her hair because of how it's brushed in. And that's basically it. That's how I do mine. Okay, so again guys, have a section here. Make sure that you clear it out. Oh, I must have cleaned it out. Try and mark it with a stitch at least from the previous one. Have our section, and you find that middle part, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now we start adding the hair. Remember, little pieces, not too big. And part behind your finger. And add. Now we see this puff. You don't want that. So take the jam, press here, and blend. Just like in makeup, you blend your eyeshadow. Gotta blend your hair in. I'm going to add the mousse, but when I'm doing these stitch braids, I don't just spread the mousse all over like you would normally see me do. What I do instead, I do it on the corner itself and try not to let it go like in the roots, because her hair is natural, and you know, like when you have natural hair and anything that wet gets to the root, they just start to curl. So I just try and like put it on the braid itself and not in her roots. This would have the flyaways down and give the braid a sleek look. So I'll just put it in my hand and just take my finger and trace it into the direction that you want her hair to lay. So you just don't come and mousse it this way, you mousse it up so that the hair would lay in this direction. Around this area is the most problematic area, so you would add a little bit more hair and then you could tie it down. You could either use more black strips or just get like a headband or something and tie it down. I find it uses a lot of head strips, so I will just tie mine. That's it for this video. Just a few tips though. If it is like the person hair is thick, you don't have to like start the braiding hair or start adding the hair like right after my foot handover. You could start later than that. It all depends on the person's hair type as well and the thickness of their hair. But yeah, that's it for this video. If it is that you are watching this video and you're a braider, because a lot of braiders did ask me to do a tutorial and everything and post it on my YouTube channel from St. Vincent. So maybe if you're from St. Vincent or you're from the Caribbean or you're international, whatever, what you can do is when you try your stitch braids, you can tag me and show so that I can see your progress. And maybe you could even message me and ask me like if this is going like how it's supposed to or not, and I'll try my best to respond to you and help you out. So yeah, just remember guys, please, after all these tips and all these instructions and all these help, you know, just make sure you click the subscribe button and remember to like this video and comment down in the comment section if this video was detailed enough for you, or if you have any questions, let me know. We use a total of 1.5 packs. Like, first of all, the knotless, the stitch braids don't use as much braids as the regular braids because of, you know, you can't have them fat, so it does use less packs. In terms of longevity, it doesn't last as long as the regular braids because you're not using a lot of braided hair first of all, and you know, a lot of her scalp and hair itself is exposed to the stitches, so I guess it wouldn't last as much. but it's a very cute style. So if it is that you're going out and you want your hair to look cute, I would recommend the Stich Braids. It's not as tight as it looks, because like I said, it's starting off with her natural hair and everything, just like the normal feeding. So yeah, I guess you guys, I think that you guys should try it out, and make sure that you tag me when you do. Tag Hair by Cherise, or you could tag Blooming Flower, and you know, just say the name of the channel where you're seeing it from. If you're watching this video, you could also share it to your story so that I could repost, and just let me know how you guys are doing, braider or not. If it is you're just a beginner and stitch braiding is something you always want to try, you can also message me and I'll see if I could help you guys out in whatever way I can. Alright, so again, like, share and subscribe, and see you guys in another video. Again, sorry for my parents, but you know, the girl always bring it real and you gotta accept me as I am. Peace out.